That's funny. I thought there were more weeds out there than earlier. I guess somebody must have already got rid of them. Anyways, give you guys a good glimpse of our new backyard and our new house. But hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Emmet's Bricks and Tips. And I decided for today's episode to, talk about something outdoors since, the weather's finally starting to get a lot warmer. And I thought, why not talk about something outdoors? Now, I obviously already did an episode about flowers way back in the first season of the show. But I'm going to do something else related to nature. And we're going to be talking about weeds. So, and by the way, when I mean weeds, I'm not talking about the 420 stuff, like the, that kind of thing. I'm talking about the stuff you would see outside, usually on lawns or even in certain places like the sidewalks. So what are weeds? Well, weeds are basically, I guess a lot of people call it an invasive species of plants that, can kind of, come out of nowhere. Not really too sure if there's how weeds come up, but they do come up, quite a lot. And what the weeds do, they usually grow somewhere, obviously on the grass, most plants do. However, unlike, most plants, weeds actually take up, the soil that, other plants around it needs. And, that also kind of ruins the life support of the other plants, making the weeds, kind of survive. So, in a way, they're kind of like the vampires of the garden in a way. When you really think about it. Oh, you can't even see me very well. That's better. So yeah, that's to kind of give you an idea about what weeds are. But thankfully there are a lot, and I mean, by a lot I mean a few ways to get rid of weeds. One of the obvious ones is to pluck them out of the ground with your hands, which obviously I can't do because my hands are way too small to pick up weeds that big. And obviously there's lots of pesticides that can get rid of weeds because weeds are kind of considered an invasive species of the garden, so they'll definitely be handy when trying to get rid of them. But yeah, now the one negative thing about weeds is that kind of like cockroaches, they always come back. There's always a way for them to return. So keep on your guard. But I will say though, despite some of the bad things about weeds, they're sometimes pretty too. I don't know if you can see this one down here. Well, you obviously can't see it because we got a screen door. But yeah, there's dandelion weeds, which are often usually yellow, and there are other ones that are white, and if you blow on them, their little leaves kind of fly everywhere. So I mean, some weeds are pretty, I will admit, but they are not that good for the environment. Well, for the most part. But that's all I really gotta say about this short little lecture about weeds, garden weeds, not the 420 weed. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this episode of Emmet's Bricks and Tips. Let me know in the comments what you want to hear me talk about in the next episode. And since lunchtime's coming up, I am gonna go find something to eat in the fridge. Looks like I'm gonna need more people. Might as well throw a little party.